第15次救出作戦終了します。しかし未知をゼロに返すための
Greetings, this is Expander 12, also known as the Last Keeper of Lore, and in this video I will be going over something very important to the story of Chaos Zero Nightmare, and that is Chaos itself. But what is Chaos? Chaos is a force that dwells within the space between universes and has dominion over anything within it, be it the rifts or the monsters within. But despite all of that, Chaos is neither good nor evil. It is just the antithesis of life itself. As we have seen it take out planets, solar systems, and even entire universes. It has also been shown in Super Creative's other work called Epic 7, where it has destroyed Politis' homeworld known as Paradia. And Politis even witnessed the planet's own destruction aboard a spaceship along with other scientists who were there to try and rebuild, but they never got to because the planet blew up. After that, we have the homeworld of Yuna and Tamarin, which was a Earth that was destroyed when Yuna's father was researching Chaos energy and ended up catching Chaos's gaze, which led to the summoning and destruction of the entire planet. What we see in the background is when Yuna, Hazel, Arky, Meru, and Raz were going back onto Earth through a Chaos Gate, because again, they can connect different planets and places and times, and it is after the world has fallen after Yuna was saved from Earth. We can see what looks like to be ruined London, and after the scene is over, we will be going to see how Yuna was saved and how her father first caught Chaos's eye.
망했다. 이번엔 반드시 찾지! 한 번에 간다! 통하지 않다니!
녀석은 제 사냥감입니다. 시간의 힘으로도 치유할 수 없는 유일한 존재. 그것은 나의 기승자라는 증거.
당신은
전 당신을 섬길 신입니다. 당신만이 절 치유할 수 있습니다.
There was also potentially a second Earth which has been destroyed in Epic 7 by Angel of Light Angelica, who commanded the Unknown to overrun the planet even within her own sleep. Just like before, we were going over in the scene what Angelica did so that she would command the chaos, as well as what happened to the planet that she destroyed, as well as seeing a view of the destroyed city. I think it is very fitting that the fight that's about to pop up between Charles and the Unknowns is of the dreamer variety of the Unknowns, as until recently, Angel of Light Angelica was in a deep sleep. And then there was Rekos, a planet which is governed and controlled by spirits and the god of spirits. But when Chaos came and turned the spirits against them, alongside with Strays, the god killer who killed their god, they were completely unable to fight back two fronts. It has also been actively, or passively more rather, attacking Orbis for many centuries, with it taking down the Kingdom of the Sea people, as well as speaking to random people on the planet to start his own code of chaos here on Orbis. While Chaos is the one who is in charge of all the unknowns on the Chaos Gates, there is people that can open Chaos Gates on their own, or temporarily take control of the unknowns from divine power. And while we have not seen Chaos do a whole lot actively in the 7-year run of Epic 7, we do know of two key examples, one of which was when he spoke to Church of Ilios Axe when he first converted him into Chaos Sect Axe starting the Code of Chaos on Orbis. Here we can see all members of the Code of Chaos with Carmine Rose, the Inquisitor, and the Chaos Sect Axe with their pre-specialty change and post-specialty change forms. As well as later on when Vera, a woman who was turned into a worm through a curse, was allowed to break free from the curse via the wisdom that was bestowed upon her by Chaos. And now that we know a little bit more about Chaos itself, we need to get into the ways that it interacts with the world through Chaos Gates, Chaos Rifts, and Chaos Blooms, with the 3 known sizes that can rip the fabric between universes. And they work by connecting 2 or more points in time, place, or even between a different universe itself. An important thing to note though, is that this 3rd size, the Chaos Blooms as they're called, have never been seen before, and is something entirely new to the world of Chaos Zero Nightmare. So there's even things that we do not know yet about them, that we'll have to learn as we delve deeper into the abyss. The first kind of Chaos Gates, which are the smallest ones, up to about 2 meters in diameter, are a place that can come at anywhere, at any place, and any time, that will be open for an unknown amount of time that will either spew out the unknowns in a small number, or will instead suck up the sentient life nearby where it opens, trapping them within the Chaos Dimension. Oh, and an important thing to note is that where a Chaos Gate is open before, it is more likely to have more open nearby that area. After that is the medium size of Chaos Gates known as Chaos Rifts. These ones vary from 5 to 10 meters in size and are semi-permanent, all of which are in areas known as Lands of Death, which is zones where there is no life that can grow or survive here. But, despite them being called Lanes of Death with chaos running rampant, they are not always caused by chaos contamination. And these areas of Lanes of Death are overrun with medium to large chaos or unknown that are actively there, and smaller chaos gates are much more abundant in this area as well. And lastly, there is the utterly Goliath size known as the Chaos Blooms. which can be hundreds of meters to even several kilometers in size for their core area, which is where the rip is. But their cloud can go a much larger area, covering entire continents or even an entire planet. These places are overrun with massive, Titan-sized unknowns, as well as a uncountable horde of lesser unknowns. And the last point about the Chaos Gates is they all unleash a sort of black dust or mist that leads to driving all sentient creatures to insanity, as well as twisting or corrupting the fauna around it into abominations. And now that we've covered Chaos Gates, we need to get into the creatures that they summon, the Unknown. But what is an Unknown? An Unknown is a creature which is neither alive nor dead, but still moves. It goes about hunting for sentient life to either kill or drag into the Chaos Gate dimension. And another new thing we have seen is that some of these Chaos Beasts, or Unknowns as they're called, can even have some degree of sentience and communicate with people or other sentient life, not only seeking out destruction. A description of what a Unknown is, you're going to the specific kinds that we might see, and there's many more within Chaos Zero Nightmare to be explained or discovered. First off, we have the Dimensional Rift Unknown, led by the Nightmare Keepers. They're a massive unknown which inhabit dreams and nightmares to drive them to insanity even when they aren't fighting actively. But even if they aren't in dreams, they can still cause massive damage to the people's physical bodies. Then there is the Dream Leeches and the Night Hares. These are lesser versions of the Nightmare Seekers or Nightmare Keepers that go about causing insanity because they ensue insomnia as well as devouring different parts of their dreamscape, either leading to them being trapped within their dreams or nightmares. The Bizarre Malice are unknown that live nearby the Chaos Gates or Chaos Rifts, and are able to summon more unknowns from their very mouths even after the ones from the gates have left. After that are the Tainted Emotions, also known as Paneros. They are different fish-like creatures that consume different emotions, with the fire consuming rage and hysteria, the ice consuming cynicism and self-pity, the earth consuming helpless resignation and depravity, the lights consuming hope and overconfidence, and then the dark ones consuming despair and frustration. After that, we have the Distorted Balance Unknowns. These unknowns are spawned from the twisting of the elements themselves, like fire, ice, trees and nature, light and darkness. The Strange Destructions or Ropas are also like the Paneros in the fact that they also like the same kinds of emotions and attack them from their weaknesses, showing them visions of what they fear or what they're weak against. After that are the Elite Unknown known as the Harvesters or Depths of Sorrow. They are these puppet-like unknowns that also have paintings for a face, as well as a giant sword they use to cut the fabric of the universe. After that is the Star Destruction, with the Nitos of Hatred, Pain, Despair, Delusion, and Revulsion. They're unknown that go rushing forward, trying to take out as many as possible and sowing chaos within the melee troops. Then there's the Consortiums of the same emotions, which are more ranged, sort of like bombardier type ones that carpet bomb the enemy army so that they can be broken apart by the Nitos. And all of these ones are born from dead stars. And lastly, for the types from Epic 7, there is the Dwellers of the Forgotten Star. These ones are unknowns that directly consume or twist the human soul. With the Devourer are Agrax, Aspiring Vegarasos, and the Longing Vegarasos, as well as the Captivating Vegarasos, are all monsters that consume souls and prevent people from being able to be revived. With the Aspiring Eyes, Longing Eyes, and Captivating Eyes being ones of twisted spirits, and since they are spirits, they would directly interfere with the soul. There are 7 categories that I have labeled for the unknown from Chaos Zero Nightmare. The first of which is the Abomination, which is where all these twisted monsters are, like seen by those eggs of this face stealer, This thing looking like a giant
故郷を失い
slug.
ました。
The seed looking thing.
カオスによって地球が壊
It
滅
was
した
an
ためで
upgraded
す。
version of the eggs with the flying now.
36時
We
間
have the creatures made of clouds with teeth.
謎の黒い霧に包まれた人類は
We have the
わずか
giant eye.
36時間で全ての抵抗を諦
We
め
have the
地球を捨て去
griffin
りまし
thing.
た。
This is a mistake. I
第
didn't
15
even
次
remember
救
that.
出作戦終了します。
This twisted thing is somewhat
未知を
friendly.
ゼロに返すための
More of the shadow twisted monsters.
そのテクノロジーでカオス
Abyss
さえも征
thing.
服した人類はさらなる進歩を遂げることができました。
The thing overrun by trees. The elite version of those cloud monsters.
作戦
The
は
upgraded
失
version of the
敗。
shadow things with broken masks.
原初の存在
The
ア
thing
ダ
that
ムよ
kills
り
Ray.
現在に至るまで人類に受け継がれてきた祝
A
福。
final version of the
忘
eggs.
却私たちの精神を構成しているのはただの物質に過ぎないということが判明された
hideous
今
thing.
日、
Eyes.
エゴの崩壊はもはやカオス開拓を
And we
止
have the
められる危
apostles,
険
which
要
are
因で
the
はありませ
ones that I
ん。
believe are following chaos
神
or
か
part
ら
of the
冒
chaos
涜という名
cult.
の祝福を受けた人類こそ決し
The
て
two
傷
different
つか
colors of these priest guys.
副作用に苛まれるこ
We
となく
have the horsemen of the
この宇宙で
apocalypse.
唯一任務を完遂できる存在な
We
の
have
で
these
す。
shades. Both one looks like a deer and one looks like a
作
priest.
戦は失敗です。
And that's it for those. Then you have the two beasts.
何回
This
繰り返し
bee
ても
monster
得
furry
意点
thing
はなくな
and
ら
this
ない
land
だった
squid.
らこんな行為に意
And
味な
there's
ん
the
てないの
elementals
に
with the creatures that look like they're made of elements with a fire, ice, earth, shadow.
悪
We
夢を
have
繰
egg
り返して
monsters.
で
We
も
have eggs we hear from the other
ゼロから一
big kite monsters gonna show up next.
カオスゼロナイトメア。以上、定期報告を
We
終
have
わ
these
り
like ocean spirits, young versions, and then even more twisted purple ones of the red thing we saw earlier.
地形把握完了
Maybe that's not a
行動を開始する
elemental.
は
The void guy.
必ず命中させる。
And there are these quote unquote humans where they look very human and could just be twisted people. Apart from like those Cyclops things where they look so human, I decided to put them with this quote unquote human category. Which seems all the weird bandit people too. After that we have the insects with this giant parasect looking thing. This scorpion monster. An armored knight looking one. A more berserker version of that one. This insect warrior. A beetle. Another variant of said warrior. This spider queen. That thing that kills Owen. These three different dung beetles, and then this mushroom beetle. And there are a few machines with a small one. This command type one. And then an aerial one. And lastly, we have the divine, which is people that aren't part of chaos, or like chaos beasts. And we can see the Holy Crusaders, which seem to be able to be hostile with us. I believe these are some automatons of said Holy Crusaders, people matching gold colors. And then we have the god entities of this deer, the heart of the tornado, and Celia. Since we have covered Chaos's forces and the gates that he commands, we now need to go into the ones who worship Chaos, known as the Cult of Chaos. They are a group which has been planted by Chaos to either sow just chaos, unsurprisingly, or to just distract the defenders of the planet or universe that he has cast his gaze upon, until the unknowns come and wipe them all out, including the followers. And here we go into more depth on the 2 times that he has founded the Cult of Chaos or spoke to people in Epic 7. The first of which, as you can see here, is when he spoke to the Trickster's Axe, later known as the Chaos Sect Axe, because he became an entire fanatic following Chaos. And despite him not speaking to him often or rarely ever, he would have to try and guess or make up ideas of what Chaos would want him to do and lead his followers like a headless chicken. And here you can see the other one, which is Vera explaining how she was able to break free from her curse and to beat the one who was her lover. And with that, I hope you've learned a little bit more about the chaos and the beasts that it commands, and are able to prepare yourself and be ready for delving into the lore and story of Chaos Zero Nightmare. And so Protoss, until Zero turns 1, I will make sure to keep you updated in the lore and story. Keep her out.